Hi everybody, this experience happened in 2015. It was a hard season of our lives. We had been unemployed for a year. We had 6 young children to provide for. We had a mortgage to pay. Every day brought new worry and uncertainty. One morning, my husband and I were kneeling down together for our morning couple prayer. My husband was praying. With tears in his eyes, he said, "Father, give us this day our daily bread." It wasn't for next week's bread. It wasn't for next month's bread. It wasn't remove this trial from us. It was a cry from a place of kind of being broken to just give us our daily bread. And later that day, we had a knock at the door, and our neighbor had been baking homemade bread and felt impressed to bring us a loaf. And I remember holding that bread and knowing that God had answered our prayer. My husband and I both fell to our knees and wept because of the unmistakable love of God for us in a moment that we needed to know that He knew what we were going through. And since then, I have thought about how the Lord fed the house of Israel with manna in the wilderness, or sent a raven to Elijah, or how the Lord multiplied the loaves and fishes and fed thousands. That same God who did all those miracles is the same God who watches over you and me today. And He showed that to us in that moment. And so this song is a testimony that God hears and answers our prayers. And in simple and sacred ways, He lets us know that He is there. He not only gave us bread, but He gave us the best bread because it was homemade and it was warm and fresh out of the oven. And to me, that's just like our loving Father in heaven. You know, Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. He that cometh unto me shall never hunger." I hope as you listen to this song, which is called "Give Us This Day Our Daily Bread," we have a Father in heaven who loves us and hears our prayers. And I hope you remember that in every season of our life, Jesus Christ truly is our daily bread.
The weight was heavy on our shoulders, bills stacked higher every day. A house to hold 6 little faces, and no clear sign along the way. Trial after trial kept coming, like waves that would not let us stand. But still we knelt there in the silence, with trembling hearts and empty hands. And through the tears my husband whispered a prayer too deep for words to hide.
Give us this day our daily bread. That was the cry our hearts had said, not asking for tomorrow's grace, just enough mercy for today. Then heaven answered with a knock, a loaf of love still warm and soft. And in that bread we heard you say, "I see your need, I know your name. I am the bread of life,
and I will sustain."
You fed your people in the desert with manna falling from the sky. When they had nothing in their hands, Lord, you heard their weary, hungry cry. You sent the ravens to Elijah when he had no bread left to eat. You multiplied the loaves and fishes and filled the thousands at your feet.
You are the God who does not change, Lord, the same then, now, forever true. So even in our empty moments, we knew you'd make a way for us too.
Still we wondered how you do it. Would you hear the prayer we prayed?
give us this day our daily bread. That was the cry our hearts had said, not asking for tomorrow's grace, just enough mercy for today. Then heaven answered with a knock, a loaf of love still warm and soft. And in that bread we heard you say, I see your steals our peace, but by the God who won't release.